looks like they missed us.
I know.
Well, it's been a while since our last show.
I know. I actually got an email today from someone saying, "Hey, what's up? You know, you've been rerunning and rerunning since 10/17. I didn't know it was that long ago."
Was it that long ago?
No.
It probably was. It probably was, yeah.
Wow.
Well, here we are.
We're back.
We have not been canceled.
No.
We were not kidnapped by the religious right.
No.
No, we're here.
We were not kidnapped by the religious right,
No.
or the political right, whatever.
No, we weren't.
No. Oh.
And we already have a phone call.
Let's find out who's on the line. Hello.
Hi, this is Jake.
Hey,
Hi,
Jake.
How are you doing?
Good.
I just heard that the Florida Supreme Court has ruled that the hand ballots will count.
Oh, that's cool. I've been so obsessed with this, Jake. You just would not believe.
That's great.
I thought I'd let you know.
That's totally cool. Thanks for calling and letting us know. Yay.
Glad to see you live.
Yeah, okay, great.
On the air.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that was nice.
That is nice. I'm excited about this.
Such peace of mind, too, to know that when a machine can't do the job, a hand job will work. I mean, a hand count will work. Sorry. It gets the job done.
For all us lonely drag queens.
Yes, yes. For both of us lonely drag queens.
I'm just teasing.
I'm still single.
Are you?
Yeah.
No.
Just to update all our viewers, yes, I'm still single.
Even after all these harried political times.
Actually, these past, couple months actually have been. We've been in the news a lot. I'm sure people have noticed. We were on Channel 22.
Yeah, did y'all get a load of that?
Did
like
two-part.
Public access.
I know.
Oh,
there we were,
pushing the boundaries.
Of course, we were on public access on Comedy Central,
that's
too,
right,
on The Daily Show.
Yes, we were.
And someone called and told you we were on CNN. So.
Can you believe that? We were on
know.
CNN. Like, it was the whole Barbara Snelling thing,
yes,
right? And somehow CNN picked up, that Barbara Snelling was on.
Which I would like to say, despite the efforts of a certain Reverend in Williston, who was targeting Barbara Snelling, who happened to be a guest on our show talking about adult literacy, she was the only Republican to get elected into the state Senate, and all the candidates that the Reverend supported lost. Pity. Just goes to show you that common sense does win sometimes.
Yeah, really.
We have another phone call.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh. Hi, Yolanda. This is J. Marie.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm so glad. I don't know.
Do you remember me from 7 Days?
Yes, I totally do, and I'm glad you called.
I'm so glad to see you.
Thank you. So what's going on with ya?
Oh, doing great.
Yeah.
Doing great.
Yeah,
I just thought I'd call and say I'm glad to see you live. Usually I see the...
Finally.
I feel funny. I've never called anybody on TV,
Well, here's a first. She's a virgin, everyone. Yeah!
So, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Oh, you know what? I have a very racy Thanksgiving plan.
Let me know.
Yes, I'll tell you about it when I come back. I'm very thankful. I'm going to be on my knees being thankful.
Again.
So
well,
thanks for
I thought
calling.
I'd say hello and tell you that I'm fine.
Oh yeah, I was really concerned. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Well, yeah, a little.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
but I'll let you go.
Okay.
I just thought I'd say hello.
Well, thanks for calling.
Okay.
See you
Bye-bye.
later.
Thank
Bye. Wow. We have so many nice fans.
We have a lot of nice fans, and we have nice guests tonight, too.
Yes, we do.
Joining us in the studio this evening, we have Chris from Outright Vermont.
Yes, Chris Kaufman, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and joining us drag queens is a band called Us Humans. They've been performing a lot at Nectar's, and they're here tonight to perform live for us and talk about their new CD coming out.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We're looking forward to that.
We were listening to it just a little while ago.
We were listening to it right before we went on the air, and it's very good.
Yeah. Us humans, us drag queens.
Yes, I know.
When they collide.
When drag queens collide.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Shall we?
No. Not a lesbian.
Oh.
I'm not a lesbian, but Ellen DeGeneres is.
That's right.
And she is on the cover of the National Examiner in TV Goes Gay Crazy. Gay Crazy. There we go. Of course, we're not mentioned in here.
I can't believe that.
Surprise, surprise, not yet, but I guess we're not quite big enough yet. But they just talk about all the shows that are on television now. Well, I guess you probably are big enough to be in here. But also, some of the shows they mentioned, of course. Do you mind? Besides Will and Grace, that I love. Love Will and Grace, and of course, you know, bringing a lot of attention to the gay people on television.
Yeah.
And coming up in December on Showtime is Queer as Folk will be making its American debut.
What is that?
It was a British comedy series, you know, and it's being transposed to America with a new American cast.
Really?
Yes, on Showtime.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I know. It's exciting.
That's great. That's
exciting.
And then, like, there's a John Goodman show on, right, too? See,
Normal,
I don't
Ohio.
Yeah, Normal, Ohio. And he's a gay father and stuff like that. That's very cool.
Very good.
Yeah.
And, of course, we're on television, too.
Of course.
Popular role models. Bring a little grace and elegance to everybody.
Thank you.
To everybody's lives. And we do want to mention that both you and I will be performing.
Yes.
Coming up.
This weekend.
This weekend, Saturday, November 25th.
We are Cherie and Yolanda show live at 135 Pearl in Burlington.
We are going back to where we started. Basically, yeah. Eons ago, before we went live into the studio, we were doing our shows at 135 Pearl, and we're going to be back there for that benefit for Genders Are Us.
Yes, and I want to tell you a little bit about Genders Are Us. It's a really cool organization. It's a support group for the transgender community here in Vermont, and we've been meeting now for about, I don't know, a year and a half, something like that. And it's grown a lot, and people have you know, really gotten a lot out of it. And what we've learned, one thing that we've learned is that there's a very large transgender community here in Vermont. And so this is the first sort of public appearance, so to speak, of Genders Are Us, and we encourage you all to come out and support. And me and Cherie are going to do comedy and songs and all kinds of surprises, perhaps.
I never know what I'm going to do till I do it. Or who I'm going to do till I do that. You know?
That's right.
As the case may be, but it'll be a fun evening.
It will be a fun
evening. Starts
evening.
at 9 p.m. on Saturday, November 25th, so be sure to check that out.
Please come. And a $5 suggested donation is requested, because we are trying to raise a little money for the support group.
Yes.
We just went on a retreat. There's a whole lot of there's actually a lot of support growing here in Vermont for the transgender community. So we just went on a retreat, which is one of our first things. And so I'm putting this out there so that if anyone in the viewing audience is interested and or know someone that could benefit from support around transgender issues, they can call me at Vermont Cares, which is 863-2437, or if you're out of the area, it's 1-800-649-2437. So there you go. And then we'll be there at 135 Pearl on Saturday night, the 25th.
We certainly will. So show up and have a good time. Well, who should we bring out first? What do you think? What do you think?
Oh, let's bring out Pippin, Christopher Kaufman.
Okay. Chris from Outright Vermont.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Kaufman. Hey, Sweet Pea.
Darling.
Hello.
How are you doing this evening?
So good. How the hell are you?
Glad the elections are over and that Mr. Sturzbach is not outside our offices.
Oh, lordy, 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 lordy.
Yes.
Reverend.
Yes, I did catch that on the news.
I respect all people of faith, but there are some people of faith that are a little crazier than others. It's definitely true.
It is definitely true. There's been, I mean, Outright has been going through some really hard times over the past few months, right? Well, give us sort of a brief overview of what's been going on?
Well, I guess one of the really interesting things about what's been happening at Outright lately is how much it points out the need for what we do. You know, that the exact reasons why we exist are what we've been encountering over the last few months, is that, you know, our young people are seeing more and more harassment happening in the schools. They're seeing, you know, picketing happening on the street. We're seeing our programs being attacked. And as we approach World AIDS Day, I think that, you know, we really need to think a lot about what it says to young people when we say we don't want them to have information about safer sex.
That's just for people that don't really know what Outright is. Why don't you give us like a little brief synopsis?
Well, Outright's been around since 1989, so we're 11 years old, and we were started by Bill Lippert and Howdy Russell and Naomi Tannen and David Cross and lots of people that have since gone on and become really famous in other arenas. And they got together and decided that Vermont really needed a support system for queer young people. And so what we do is we serve queer young people 22 and under. We have a support group like the Genders R Us group for all people, men, women, other. That happens every Friday night at our offices. It begins at 7 o'clock. If anybody's interested, they can give us a call at 865-9677 or 1-800-GLB-CHAT.
GLB-CHAT?
That's our 800
That's
number,
easy to remember.
and we can give you directions on how to get to the office. We do HIV/AIDS education for young people. And we also do presentations in schools about homophobia and harassment and keeping schools safe for all kids, whether they're straight or gay. So that's the major things that we do.
I know.
Oh, it really is.
I'm just in awe of the kids today who are out in school, because I know that was something that I, you know, couldn't even imagine going through when I was growing up in rural Minnesota. You can imagine a farming community, you know.
Well, hey, girl, I grew up in Virginia.
Sad enough I was a straight A student. You can imagine being gay also was like double torture.
That's so funny. I didn't know you grew up in Virginia.
Really?
Just 20 miles south of here, Virginia Union High School.
Yeah.
The only queer kid in the universe. That's what I
feel
thought.
like, right?
Yeah.
Were you out in high school? I mean, I wasn't
No.
either. I mean, I don't guess you were either.
No, I wasn't out.
I mean, there was no
Absolutely not
support.
safe.
No, it was
No
not.
support,
It was not.
I graduated from high school in 1987, and Outright started in 1989.
Oh, okay.
So-
Yes, okay.
And now there's a gay-straight alliance at my high school.
Really? That is progress.
Founded by one of Outright's star youth, Drew Campbell, who now works for the Freedom to Marry Task Force,
Oh, we love
who
Drew.
also grew up in Virginia.
Oh, he's such a sweetheart. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that's the very thing that's kind of come under attack from people this past few months is your very work in high schools. I mean, there were ads in the paper, like all kinds of weird things, like saying just lies, you know. I mean, Outright really provides a service that if it weren't there, kids would, you know, be tempted to kill themselves. I mean, it's really...
I think that's really, you know,
service.
one thing that you really have to look at when you're thinking about criticizing organizations like Outright is, do you want dead youth?
Yeah.
Or do you want happy, living, conscious youth? And it comes down to kind of simple choices like that, particularly when you're talking about safer sex education. And, you know, you see across the country now that HIV infections are on the rise, and that AIDS diagnoses are increasing, particularly among people in their 20s, which means they were infected with HIV when they were teenagers. And if they didn't get the information that they needed, they're much more likely to get infected. And so the work that we do in our drop-in center on HIV education is vitally important to saving kids' lives.
Wow.
And the work that we do in schools on making sure that schools are safe for everyone helps to hopefully alleviate some of this harassment that might lead kids to consider checking out.
Yeah.
I know I've been reading a lot lately about the schools, and I mean, a lot of people writing in about, you know, teachers not even stopping students from you know, using slurs against them and all that stuff. It's just, you know, they have to learn to step in and say, hey, this is not acceptable.
Okay. Yeah.
But of course, they're not getting that message across.
And that's one of the things that we do is we try and train teachers on how to respond when you see anti-gay harassment happening in schools. And we connect that with all oppressions, you know, that we're talking just as much about racism and sexism and homophobia.
Right.
You know, that schools need to be safe for everybody.
They certainly do, yes. I know because Yolanda and I have been to Outright to speak to the kids there, and, you know, we really enjoyed talking to them and sharing with them because, you know, it's just amazing, you know, that they are out at that age.
I know.
I keep coming back to that, but it's like, you know, they are so brave.
We had a 13-year-old come 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That is fabulous. Is that the youngest person that?
It's probably not the youngest ever, but it's certainly pretty close.
Wow.
You know, that most of the youth that come to group are 17, 18 years old, and every once in a while we get a 15-year-old. But kids are coming out earlier and earlier, and I think it's because of organizations like Outright Vermont and because of all this TV that has positive gay characters in it. Queer as Folk is going to be really exciting because it has queer kids in it.
Yes.
Does it really? I am so excited about that TV show. I didn't know anything about it.
And they're not ashamed.
Yay.
Thank goodness. I'm not ashamed either.
One of the
Why
stars
should
is
we
a
be?
17-year-old.
Yes.
Really?
We do have a phone call. We want
Do
to.
we? Oh, good. Hello.
Hi, Cherie and Yolanda. This is Anna. I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank
Hello
you,
there.
Anna. How are you?
Hello. I watch your show every single week.
Whether it's a rerun or a new one?
All of them.
That's sweet. That's very sweet.
Thank you
Have
so
a nice one.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, that's so nice. I love it. I love it when people call and say that.
Well, getting back to Queer as Folk, yes, there is a young actor on there, too, who's going to be...
17 years old?
Wow.
Wow.
It's going to be a lot.
Although it's interesting, you know, you talked about the transition from British to American television. The British version, the young person is 15. And they made him older for the American version because they thought that we couldn't handle it here in America.
Interesting. Wow.
So now he's 17.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I think we've talked about this before, but I knew I was gay when I was quite young. You know.
Hello.
You know, it's like, we talked about that before, but I mean, I knew from first grade that I was different, but by the time I was in fourth grade, I knew I was gay.
How old were you in fourth grade, Cherie?
Gosh, I don't know. I was fourth grade for me, too.
She was probably 15, right?
No, I wasn't. No, I was not.
I'm going to be in trouble forever.
Ooh, Spankaroonie. Spanky candidate.
No, but it's like, but I knew quite young, and so that's why I think it's great that they have these services available now to kids because they do know at a young age.
I think,
you really do know.
Usually know.
I mean, and there are certain people going through a questioning period, but I mean, I knew then, and let me tell you, it's been great.
Oh, I know. It's been great ever since.
It certainly has.
Yeah, and you know, to get benefit from Outright services, you don't need to be able to come to Burlington. That's something that people should know.
That's a good point.
Is that, you know, we'll do pen pals.
Oh, cool.
So we'll hook kids up with other kids that are about the same age, so you can write back and forth. And you can always call in and talk to us, just like you can talk to Cherie and Yolanda here.
Yes.
We'll be happy to answer the phone and talk to you about whatever questions you might have.
That's good.
So 1-800-GLB-CHAT.
Yeah, and another really good resource at Outright is a wonderful library. I think one thing that young people don't realize is that, especially when they're feeling isolated and thinking that they're the only one that is going through this, is that there's such a big, long history of you know, gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender history, you know, and that's one thing that's one service that I really like. I mean, there's so many things that you guys do, but the library at Outright is really cool, and you ought to come check it out. There's a lot of interesting things to read about and to get a sense that, you know, of pride, a sense of pride, really. I think when you really understand about Stonewall and the history of the gay movement, and even before that, you know, that we've always been around and there's nothing to fear, you know, that, I don't know, it develops a sense of self-esteem.
And that library is open to anyone. You don't have to be a young person.
Oh,
so
cool.
you can come in
I can come
anytime.
check out a book?
Yeah, check out books. And we also have, you know, we don't have not just history books, but there's sci-fi and novels. We have Mercedes Lackey and Samuel Delaney and Christopher Isherwood. And
Oh, nice.
so there's all kinds of great stuff in that library. Complete collection of books to watch out for.
Oh!
Catch up on your whole history of Mao.
Oh! Did you see in is the magazine on our backs?
Girlfriends.
Girlfriends
Yes.
magazine.
Allison
Bechtel was on the cover. We
I
love
know.
Allison.
We
Yay!
should get her on the show.
Yes,
too.
we've got to get her
Bring to the
on.
show,
She's
yeah.
shy, you know.
Oh, I know.
But it listed Burlington, Vermont as the #1 place to live for lesbians. Woohoo! Pucker up, baby.
What about drag queens? What about drag queens?
Well,
You need your own magazine.
There's a
Girlfriend.
magazine called Dragazine, but
Dragazine.
it only comes out every once in a while. Because you know how drag queens are.
Drag queens are a little spacey.
Too busy to put a magazine out.
That's right.
So I need to tell you about one other thing because I'm
Okay.
going to hook you people in.
You people.
You
Yes.
drag queens.
Yes. What is it?
We are starting an arts program
Yeah.
at Outright Vermont. And we're going to be having people like, hopefully Allison, who has come in and done work with us before, do cartooning workshops. And we want drag workshops, and we want songwriting workshops. And
That sounds
we
like fun.
want at least one of you to be on our committee to help plan this.
Wow.
So-
That sounds fun. What do you think, Miss Cherie Tartt? We'll have to dig into that little project.
First thing we're going to do is participate in the Vermont Young Playwrights Festival
Oh, wow.
next year in the springtime.
Wow.
So we're going to work with
great.
professional playwrights all the way through the winter.
Wow.
The youth at Outright will write short plays about their experience. They've actually talked about wanting to write about youth and HIV. And then they'll get a chance to see their plays that they wrote put on by professional actors
Wow.
Great.
at the festival. And they'll get to participate in directing them. And
Oh my God, that sounds
it's going to
wonderful.
be really great. So
That's
we want your
terrific.
help on all this new arts program.
Definitely.
So.
Okay.
Oh, and the other thing is we're doing a personal safety workshop to protect people from people like Reverend Sturzbach. Coming up in January, call us for
Good.
information.
Okay.
We have
Does it include karate?
even one of our Winooski police officers is going to come in.
No way.
Uh-huh. The famous Officer Jess Krause, who you might remember.
I do remember.
She sued the Winooski Police Department for benefits for her partner, and she won.
And she won.
And she won, and she's going to lead this personal safety workshop. So
great.
coming up in January, 1-800-GLB-CHAT.
Okay. And we have another phone
Phone
call.
call. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
My name's Jess.
Say again.
My name's Jess.
Jess.
Yeah.
Hi.
I just barely started watching your show, but I didn't really understand it. Can you explain it to me?
Explain what?
The show.
Explain the show. Well, we're drag queens, and we sit around and talk to people, and we
People
play
can just go
music.
on the
And, huh?
People can just go on the show.
Well, yes, we invite people on the show.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you have a question or anything, or?
I just want to know what the show's about.
Well, if you just sit back and relax and watch, you'll find out.
And I have another question.
Okay.
Do you know Jen Cushman?
Not that I know of. Not sure.
Rebecca's friend.
Probably.
Oh,
I'm not sure right offhand. I can't think.
she's my teacher. She says she knows you.
Great. Oh,
Well,
fabulous.
a lot of people know us.
No, they know you personally.
Oh, okay, great. Well, I can't think right offhand. I'm sort of dumbfuzzled by the lights.
She's a busy queen.
I'm a dizzy queen, actually, sometimes. I'm sure I know. I'm sure we know each other. It's like,
Well, thank you for
thanks
calling.
for calling. Bye-bye. I don't know what happened. She's gone.
I don't know.
The vanishing phone callers.
I know.
I know.
I
Quite
don't know what
amazing.
happened. Yeah.
I'm surprised there's still someone who doesn't know what our show's about.
After 6
being-
years.
Well, after the Barbara Snelling fiasco.
After the Barbara Snow, yeah.
It wasn't a fiasco.
It was beautiful.
She won. It
I
was
know,
a
she won.
success.
Yeah.
And she won. Now, if only she'd get her act together on environmental issues,
Well, you know.
you got to work on her since you got an in now.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get her back on the
Needs
show to
some
talk about
help.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Oh, let's get another phone.
Another
Let's see.
phone call.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, girlfriend, it's me.
Hey, girl. It's Miss Rainbow Girl. This is Rainbow that sings with me. Hello.
I want to wish Miss Cherie Tartt and you a very happy Thanksgiving and you too, Christopher.
Thank you.
And I also heard a rumor caller that Mr. Crazy Fred Phelps is coming back to town, and I wondered if there was any big protest planned, any place we could go and scream and dance around and
chase him out of town.
Tell him how crazy we know he is. So I'm gonna get off the phone and you can talk about Mr. Phelps. I love you.
Love you too, sweetheart. Thanks for calling. I did see that on the Vermont Pride list, and did he show up or?
I haven't heard.
I haven't heard.
Somebody told me that they heard something about it on the news, but I don't think he came.
I don't think he came either. I
think he always likes to say he's coming, get people all stirred up, and he doesn't show up.
Yeah. That's what I heard. Then, I mean, he said they said he was gonna appear on, I don't know, Monday or something, and then it didn't happen.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this Monday morning, right? Yeah.
I don't know. Those crazy people.
Yes, but we have another phone
We
call.
have another phone call. Hello.
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 Hi, my name is Jill. This is my first time watching your show.
Oh, I'm so glad you're watching.
I was wondering if you had ever read the book Transistor Radio
Yes.
by
Is
Chris
it good?
I
Bojalian.
really like it.
I think it's Bojalian.
Bojalian, yeah.
So you have read it.
Yes,
We
we
used to
actually
have Chris
interviewed.
on the show.
Well, we've interviewed. We did an interview with Chris when the book first came out.
Oh, you did?
Yes. Yeah, we did.
I was just wondering, because I read Midwives as well, and I just thought it was odd when he was on Oprah.
Right.
He seemed very straight-laced.
Well,
so I was just going to say, it would be really interesting to see him on your show.
That's true. That's very true.
Now, could you tell me how accurate is the actual story, the transgender? I had never heard that term before, and I thought it was interesting, and the story itself was really interesting. But how accurate is it?
Well, I mean, it's a work of fiction, but he did an awful lot of research. I'm glad you're calling in, and this is sort of new for you in terms of transgender issues and things like that. Because I was just sort of talking about that a little bit earlier, but he did an awful lot of research on transgender issues, and interviewed surgeons and people that had gone through surgery, and the families of people that had gone through this experience and everything like that, because he was just really interested. I mean, he's a wonderful man. He's very intelligent and funny, and he's got a great sense of humor. It's one of those dry sort of kind of pulled back sense of humor, but he did an awful lot of research, and I think he was fairly accurate in terms of all the details about transgenderism. There was certainly a lot of fiction in there.
Well, I knew it was fiction, but there was so much on the whole issue of VPR as well.
Right.
And I just, it seemed really well researched, but I didn't know anything about it. So I wanted to know if it was a fairly accurate account.
Yeah, it really is. When I first read it, I really actually thought it was a true story, and I thought that whole VPR thing was real. So when I was talking to him, I asked him about that, and he was like, "No, I just made all that up." I was just like, "Oh wow," it was very convincing. Yeah, and the transgender lifestyle is something that is sort of underground, because people tend to be very afraid to come out in the open. I mean, like, there's a lot of really harsh feelings about people that do this, and so we're actually doing a benefit this Saturday, like I said earlier, for a transgender support group here in Vermont. So if you'd like to come out and lend some support in that direction, we'd love to see you.
Great. And I have one more question about it. Okay, the character Dana in the book.
Yes.
Now, she was living in a man's body,
right,
and wanted to have a woman's body, but also was a lesbian. Now, does that go along with transgender, or is it? I'm just wondering if.
Well, there are many.
How to say it? If someone who is in that situation actually just feels they're trapped in that body and is attracted to the same sex, or was that? I mean, was that an odd?
No.
Unusual. I'm sorry, I don't mean odd, but unusual circumstance for. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't mean it.
Was also a lesbian?
No, that's not unusual, really. Actually, there are many different types of transgender people, or people that fall under the umbrella that we call transgender. I mean, like, I use the term in a socio-political way to describe my alliance and where I feel that I fit in, because I feel that I'm a combination of male and female, not strictly male or strictly female. You know what I mean? So that's one. But I'm a drag queen. I just put it on and I take it off. Da da da. Other people, you know, tend to want to live in the role of the opposite gender. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different thing, and not, you know, sexual orientation, in other words, is different than gender identity. So, like, if you're born in a male body and you're attracted to a female, just because you have a sex change doesn't mean that you're not going to still be attracted to a female. You see what I'm saying? But, like, say if I'm a gay man, so I'm a man who is attracted to other men. If I were to have an operation or whatever, I would still be attracted to men. It doesn't affect your sexual orientation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Those are
thank you,
great
and
questions.
I've been enjoying your show. It's
Thanks so
a
much for
great show.
calling. That was
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, nice night.
Amazing question.
Great. Love that. Love that.
Great caller.
Great caller. Intelligent questions. Thank you. Yeah, that was nice.
Of course, we talk about all that stuff at Outright too. What's the
Yeah.
difference between gender identity and sexual orientation? And
Yeah.
a lot of youth that come through that are kind of exploring a transgender reality, and sometimes they check male, sometimes they check female, sometimes they check transgender on the little check-in sheet.
Yeah.
And it goes back and forth, and it's really interesting to kind of have those conversations with young people as they're just starting to figure out what their gender identity
What's
is.
going on, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, on the census, I made a note this year. Well, I did because I thought, you know, you really need to, like, begin to understand that there are more people in the world than just male, female, you know what I mean? And so, I don't know, probably they just looked at it and went, whatever.
Some scientists were coming up with 47 different genders.
Oh, yeah.
They had
oh
a
my God.
number. I don't know that you could ever come up with a number, but
Oh, that's funny.
It's amazing.
It's a crazy world
It
that
is
we
a
live
crazy world.
in. But we're sane.
And we're fabulous, too.
Absolutely.
Of course we are.
we have Kate Bornstein's book, My Gender Workbook.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
come in and explore.
Yeah, that's good. If you're interested in transgender issues, My Gender Workbook by Kate Bornstein is really good, and Gender Outlaw by Kate Bornstein is really good.
Transgender
also.
Warriors, good
Transgender
one.
Warrior by Leslie Feinstein. And anyway,
All available in the Outright Vermont Library.
There you go. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
thank you.
Being a
Thank
guest
you.
on our show.
Thank you for having me.
You're very, very welcome.
Next time, have you.
Yes,
More
exactly.
notice.
Yeah, no, I should. I'm sorry. We wanted you to have. I mean, we wanted you guys to come on before the election and stuff, and we got discombobulated and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
again, we'll have you on again.
Excellent.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, darling.
See you
Thanks,
later.
Chris, for outright. Thank you. Oh, this is wonderful.
He's a sweetie. Such a sweetie.
And we have another phone
Oh,
call.
we do.
Yes.
Hello.
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 Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I think you're stupid.
Oh, that's okay. I think you're stupid too. So
Oh, yeah.
bye bye. I think I'll sing a song. How's
Oh,
that?
I think that's great.
Good. Because we're kind of up on the holiday season.
We
you know.
are. The
Yeah.
home stretch of the holidays. There's Christmas cards on display already.
Oh, I know.
I know.
We saw Christmas lights on the way over
Oh,
here.
that's right, we did.
And it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
When we get to this time of the year,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everybody thinks about home and family and all that kind of
Yes.
thing. So that's what I want to sing about. Yeah. See if my boobs are in the way. There we go. That's a little better. Got to spread my legs for this one. Now calm down. love and see? And do you want to hear the things we barely hear? Well, I found my way there. I can take you there. I can take you there. Home is the place that never changes. It's the love inside yourself that never changes. Home is the place that never changes. And I found my way home. Do you want to know the way of time and space? And do you need a place that nothing can erase? And do you need to be through eternity? Well, I found my way there. I can take you there. I can take you there. Home is the place that never changes. It's the love inside yourself that never changes. Home is the place that never changes. And I found my way home. Home never changes. It's the love inside yourself that never changes. And I found my way home. I found my way home. Oh, thank you. Oh, that was fun.
What a beautiful song.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I love that song.
Well, thank you. You know, it's nice because I wrote that song at a time when I really felt very disconnected and felt very isolated, you know? And it was sort of like a visualization, kind of like, you know, if I hold love in my heart and really think of myself in a really positive way, then other people will come into my life that love me too, you know? And that's truly what
I think that does
what
work.
happened, you know?
That does work that way. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you really do have to think good things about yourself.
I do all the time.
Me too.
And about you too.
Thank you.
Okay. We have a phone. We have another caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Goodbye.
Oh well.
Oh well.
We have a lot of callers, so
Oh well.
if we miss one, that's okay.
Somebody will call back. Call back.
Well, joining us drag queens
Yes.
in the studio this evening are Us Humans. They're just coming out with their second CD, and they've been performing a lot at Nectar's here in Burlington. So let's bring those boys out and see what they've got to show us.
Us Humans, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
What
thank
sweet-
you.
Oh,
Here.
that's so
Come sit
beautiful.
here.
Look at
Look
this.
at
Can you
this.
get
Figured bear some sort of gift.
Flowers. You have to talk into my breath.
I know. Oh my God.
Oh my
Whoa.
goodness.
Gonna talk into there.
Lucky I shaved.
There you go.
These are cool.
Oh yeah, you can
flowers.
totally. There you
Look
go.
at this.
There you go. Smart.
Look at that.
You
Beautiful.
guys are so sweet.
And here we
Look
have
at
your
this.
CDs.
Oh.
Those.
I'm touched.
Well, good.
Thank you.
And I'm Cherie.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Wow, fantastic.
And what's your name?
I'm Jeff.
Jeff.
Jeff
Adam.
and Adam.
Adam.
Right.
Okay.
This is Jeff and Adam. They have two CDs.
Yeah, this is the
Wow.
first one.
And
This
the
is
first one is this
this
one.
is the first one. And this, I guess you guys sell these at your shows. Is
Yep.
that right?
Yep.
And then you have a new one that's coming out. And
That's right.
That would be
That's
that
This
one.
one. Okay.
Wow. Okay,
Where
this
we-
is called
Can we show that? Oh.
300 miles and change is the
300
first
Miles
one.
and Change.
And this
And
one.
that one's going to be called Step Out. So.
Step
Step Out, okay.
Ooh, I love the graphics on that.
I do too. Do you guys do the?
Yeah, actually, Helen Hill did the graphics.
Oh, it's
yeah.
nice. That's
Which is, she's here in the studio with us.
Yeah, our studio audience.
Helen!
here. This is Helen,
Oh, my
everybody.
goodness. And it's because of her that these boys are even on our show.
That's right. That's right. You called us up.
Yes.
Now, who is the lucky gentleman that gets to hang out with you? Oh.
Oh, that one.
You keep your hands off his slim.
Well, that's why this one's over here next to me.
Notice she sat in between.
She was getting very jealous.
My God.
Very jealous over there.
Wow.
It's like, keep your hands off it.
So what about you?
Oh, well, you know.
Are you single?
Well, sort of, yeah.
Sort of?
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm
It's a
sort
good
of
thing you're over here. We call her
Hi.
Hansy.
What do you call me?
Hansy.
No, you
Hansy
don't.
Tartt.
You do not call me.
Hansy.
They're just.
I'll tell you, she feels like Hansy Tartt.
And you feel like a man.
Well, I've been told. I don't know.
Oh, honey, you were told the truth. We have a phone call.
Yes, we do. Hello.
Who's on the line? Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I think you guys are so cool.
Oh, thank
Well, we
you.
think we're cool too. And we have the greatest guest.
I know.
I've got a good question for you.
Uh huh.
Oh. It was a pleasure.
What's the
I've got a
question?
question for you.
Okay.
Uh huh.
What do you do when people make fun of you because you're transvestite?
Oh, you know
Well,
what? That's their problem, not mine.
But you know, I'm a drag queen.
Right, which
I'm
is
sorry,
different.
which
yeah.
is different, but I'm so much better. But you know, it's their loss.
Drag.
Their loss.
Yeah, it's their loss. You know,
Yeah.
you can't let that kind of thing bother you at all.
I
mean,
don't let it bother me. There's too many people who love us
Exactly.
to worry about the couple who don't. Like you.
So,
That's right. 2 drinks.
Thanks for calling. So I see you guys brought your guitars.
Yes.
Yes,
So I
we
hope
did.
you're going to do some songs for us.
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
Did you do a couple songs for us?
Sure.
How
Yeah.
to do that? Are these from the new album or from
That's
the first
right.
album or what's going on here?
I think we're going to play some new stuff.
New
Okay.
stuff.
Definitely.
Okay.
I'm excited for new stuff.
Okay.
All right, simmer down.
I've been away from TV for so long.
I know. I understand. I understand.
Do you?
See? Aren't you
think.
glad he's over here? Adam!
Why don't you guys do a song and then come back and we'll talk to you again?
All right.
You're going to sit
Sounds
next to
good.
me, though, right?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. All right, folks. Us Humans
Us Humans.
in the studio, and they're going to do songs from their new CD.
Yes, they are.
Oh, this is so exciting.
They're
And
gonna-
flowers.
I know.
Hmm.
They need a couple of moments to get set up, so let's...
Wow, this is fantastic.
Oh, you had flowers over there. Oh, wait. I gotta unscrew this. Hold on.
You have to unscrew what?
I have to unscrew this. And that clips on down there. There you go. Look at
That's
this.
beautiful.
Look, you guys.
Mm.
Isn't that wonderful? Oh my God, you don't know how much I love flowers.
So you guys been performing a lot at Nectar's, right? Is there a special a day that you're there?
Yeah, we're actually there this Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
This Sunday.
This coming
Yeah.
Sunday, we're going to be
26.
there.
Yep.
And then our CD release party is December 13th.
December 13th.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which is a Wednesday night.
It's like the second Wednesday in December. So.
Oh, and that's at Nectar's also?
Right.
Okay.
Great. We'll be there.
Yeah. You have to.
All right, so this is a song called Step Out, and it's kind of like the title track of the new CD.
Cool.
And it's about being crushed like a grape. All right. Here we go.
never stole. And you stepped out, you touched down, you poured out, but you stepped out, you touched down, you poured out, but you stepped out, you touched down, you poured out, but what have you found?
Do another one, of course.
All right, I'll keep the lapel mic.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, go for it.
Okay, dogs? All right. This is another song off the new CD. This is a song called The Dogs. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Lord, if you're up there, you can cut off the dogs, dog. Lord, if you're up there, you can cut off the dogs, dog, the dog. I admit a little too much TV, I admit a little too much talking, not enough breathing. I admit a little too much feeling, a little too sorry for myself. I mean, we seem to like the feeling. Sometimes I get the feeling, little masochistic we are. We like the fun far, 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 far more. Inside, in the side, inside. Lord, if you're up there, you can cut off the dogs, the dog. Lord, if you're up there, you can cut off the dogs, the dogs, the dogs. I've been a few too many magazines, few too many ugly scenes, way too many Norma jeans. We're just a chip off the same old scene, the same old scene. Lord, if you're up there, you can cut off the dogs, the dog. Lord, if you're up there, you can cut off the dogs, the dogs, the dogs. drinking, and I watch the barroom heroes laughing and talking themselves into zeros. So it's one more night of drinking, and I watch the barroom heroes laughing and talking themselves into zeros. And I'm right there, yeah, I'm right there, and I'm right here. Well, Lord, if you're out there, you can call off the dogs, the dogs. Well, Lord, if you're out there, you can call off the dogs, the dogs, the dogs.
That was totally cool. That was totally cool. Do we have time to do another one, or I don't know?
Do you guys have one more song?
Do you have one more?
Whatever you want.
Do another one.
Do one more.
Do another one.
God, we didn't plan this.
No.
Want to do something from the first CD, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do Traffic.
Cool.
Okay.
Traffic, I like
It's
that.
actually Traffic, Diners, and the American Dream.
Right.
Traffic
Diners and the American Dream.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
From
there
your
you go.
first CD.
this is from the first one, yeah.
Okay. I just mentioned that your CD release party is...
Yeah, CD release party is December 13th
The
at
Wednesday
Nectar's.
night.
It's a Wednesday night. And we're also there this coming Sunday, the Sunday right after Thanksgiving. We'll be there as well. Shows start around 9:30. So.
Okay.
CDs will be available at the shows.
Yeah.
Look for the CDs in the stores in Burlington very shortly.
Right, we just are
Okay.
still trying to get off our asses. But they're getting there. Ooh, can I say that?
Before you sing your song, I want to mention that our next show
Oh,
is
yes.
Tuesday, December 12th.
Yes.
On this station that you're watching right now. And
Yes.
we're welcoming our special guests, Rusty DeWeese
And Fred
Tuttle.
Tuttle.
So be sure to stay tuned for that exciting show.
That's going to be exciting.
And now we're going to go back to us humans who are with us drag queens in the studio
Yes.
playing songs from their first CD.
I've been running around lately, bouncing off the walls in my head, in my head. I've been driving this highway every day, 55, 65, 75, speeding away. But this traffic, yeah, it slows me down and the blurs to the left and right of me. Now slowly focus into faces just like me. Some all laughing at a DJ on the car stereo. Now making jokes, mocking his morning drivers. Some are reading, shaving, thinking, wondering. And I glance to my left and I see her sitting in this traffic like an angel who's lost her way home, lost her way home, lost her way home. Oh, yeah, I wanna roll down my window, I wanna say hello, I wanna say please help me, maybe I wanna say I love you, maybe I wanna make a connection, maybe I wanna know, maybe I wanna know, yeah, I'm not alone, I'm not alone, I'm not alone, yeah. Yeah, I can't live for somebody else's dreams. Yeah, I guess I'm really good at that. But no more, it's like this monster inside me. He's growing, yeah, he's gonna push right through. And there's nothing I can do except pick up this guitar, play and play and play and play and play. You know it listens to me, it sings to me, and pulls me down. It understands me. And I see her up at the counter staring at a menu like an angel just resting on her way home, on her way home, on her way home. Yeah, I wanna walk right over, I wanna say hello, I wanna say please help me, maybe I wanna say I love you, maybe I wanna make a connection, maybe I wanna know, maybe I wanna know, yeah, I'm not alone, I'm not alone, I'm not alone, yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to say, and I don't know where my mind will go today. I ask more questions I know the answers to. Guess I'm scared, yeah, I'm a little scarred. I don't know what I'm trying to say, and I don't know where my mind will go today. Ask more questions I know the answers to. I guess I'm scared, yeah, I'm a little scarred. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know where my mind will go today. Ask more questions I know the answers to. Guess I'm scared, yeah, I'm a little scarred. It's alright, yeah, it's alright. It's alright, cause one day I'll roll down my window. I will say hello, I will say please help me, I will say I love you, I will make a connection, and I'll know